Hello everybody, welcome back. This game will be our fastest game yet. We're playing now again with the white pieces, and if you remember from an earlier video, a couple videos ago, I said that I got Vienna twice, and I got to do some good easy stuff that I'm very familiar with and just had a fun time. So in this video we're going to test out, instead of going through twice, we're just going to have the engine on the whole time. There were a couple of moves where even though I knew I was completely winning, I wasn't sure. I didn't remember the lines for which one was the exact best one, but it's such a quick and easy game, spoilers, that just going to leave it on, go through it once, and go from there. So I get my Vienna start, and instead of capturing, which is one of the worst moves, he played one of the other worst moves that you can do, and that's that guy. Don't ever do that. So two of the worst possible things for my opening, and I had two different players fall immediately into it because they've just clearly never seen it before. So if you're watching and somebody plays Vienna Gambit against you, don't do either one of those. And the best move is going over here, and then you have this crazy sort of pawn ridiculousness in the middle, and it's hectic. So at the very least, and if you don't want to get into anything like crazy hectic and sharp, d6 is still okay. It's not great, but it's okay. So anyway, yeah, no, don't do that one. So I knew already, like, I'm gonna win this game. We're doing great. We're kicking ass. Let's have some fun. So takes pawn, takes, and then now I get to push him back. He's gonna throw his knights all over the place. I have all sorts of open lines. Just rapid development and central control while he just runs backward. So he runs backward. I now chase this knight, and then look where he's gonna have to go. Like, look at this board. Like this is the position we're about to have. He's got one piece out. I've got two pawns, two pieces. Crazy. But he tries something else first. He tries the queen because it's pinned. But again, just block the pin with the queen of your own. If they run their knight back to here instead, and then try and pin, then you have to block the pin with the bishop, because you don't want your queen to be here and then they can do some other shenanigans and hit your queen, take this pawn, whatever. But if the knight isn't over here on c6, you can use the queen to block. So queen blocks the pin, so now there's no more pin, and then just like in game 2, dude's got to run back. So he goes back, just like in game 2, develop my knight. Just like in game 2, they leave themselves super duper open for me to get nice attacks with the knight in these two pivotal squares, and he's just over. Yeah, you can't do that. Just look at the eval. It's turn 8, and the game's already completely over. So jump the knight in, and really, what's the threat? Well, the threat is obviously I'm attacking your queen. I'm also attacking a fork of your major pieces. Kind of hard to defend against both, because if you move in some sort of way, I can also then capture with this pawn, and I get a discovered check, and then this pawn can go do crazy things, or the knight can do crazy things, and this line is open, and this line is open, and at that point then my knight could even also jump in and maybe hit over here, maybe fork you on this side. You're done. It's like the Queen's Gambit video, or the Netflix thing, where at the very start when she was learning how to play, she lost her queen. The dude was just like, you resign now. But anyway, he tries his best, and that's fine. And so, yeah, so here I spent a lot of time trying to figure out what was the correct way to go about it, because I didn't exactly remember which piece was best to go with. Turns out it's the pawn. I ended up taking with the knight. I was even still trying to figure out if there's more I can do here, but it didn't seem like I had that option or availability yet. I kind of wanted to get my bishop into here even, but it's blocked by my queen. So I chose the knight, and then I thought for another minute or two here, and I could see he was getting upset, because at this point, he knows he's lost, he knows he's going to lose. I've got a free rook sitting there, and I'm just sitting there thinking, as if I don't see it or something like that. I could tell he was getting upset. I did feel a little bit bad, but I'm still trying to play for my own improvement and my own knowledge, so I tried to just close my eyes off to the surrounding world around me. You know, like now I'm thinking of maybe are there anything I can do here to get things in check? You know, do I take this first to defend my horse, and then I can jump my horse in here and maybe make more havoc, you know, cause more craziness. You know, if he does something silly, like if I go here and he runs his queen away, I don't know. Then, you know, this is just checkmate. So like, you know, I'm trying to figure out, like, are there better moves? Because I'm used to thinking that if I get this type of setup, I do more than just win a rook. I feel like I either win the queen or I get checkmate in move 12. But that's not the case here. So that made me feel like I was missing something or messed something up. But I ended up just taking the rook. Darn, only a free rook. He takes pawn, and I didn't know which piece was best to take with. Because again, I'd like to, you know, use my bishop, queenside castle, and then get some more stuff going down. But if this pawn is gone, well, then I can't queenside castle anymore. So, you know, maybe now I trade pieces because I'm up and I've got all the pressure. I'm not quite sure. So I didn't really know the best way to go about it. So I'm like, man, I clearly still have a lot to study on these lines where it's a free win if the opponent falls into it. So you still need to practice it, because goddamn, if you can't get the free wins, oh boy. So I ended up going with the horse just because to force pieces off, and then get to develop my queen to a good spot. So now his bishop is kind of stuck, sort of, and that'll give me a chance to attack over here. Maybe I even make some sacrifices. We'll see. I don't know. It also guards this square, so if I do want to try and get my knight back into the game, it's another option. So he develops that. Honestly, I didn't even see this move. Legit, I didn't see it. I think I was more focused on the dark squared bishop and queenside castling. So that's kind of cool. But I decided, no, I'll pin this, and then, you know, let's say you let me take, well, then I can fork those guys too. Just lots of forks. Forks everywhere. It's Olive Garden, all you can eat. Just stab at all the pasta. That's fine. He develops, and what was I thinking here now? I don't remember what I was thinking at this point. Because clearly now I do bring my bishop over. Oh yeah, I wanted to bring the bishop over, and then I wanted a queenside castle. But I don't remember why I wanted to do it in that order, as opposed to queenside castling first. I truly don't remember why I chose to do. I guess maybe I thought I was trapping the queen. That I would like force him into a queen trade, but I get a free development of my piece maybe. You know, take, and then I take and mess up his pawns, and then I don't remember exactly why I chose the order I did. But legit, total accident. He runs over here, and at first I was pissed. I was like, now I can't queenside castle. And I'm looking, and I'm looking. And I think I looked at the board for like a full minute, and I could tell he was upset. Because there's mate and one on the board. Like, I have checkmate. It's right there. And I didn't see it. I didn't plan it, and I didn't see it initially. So I'm thinking. And then at one point I saw it, and I was like, that's why he's upset. That's why he's mad. Because here it was. I had a free rook, and I didn't take it. And now I have a free checkmate, and I'm not taking it. I'm taking my time. You know, this kid sees the moves. Is he a better chess player than me because he saw the moves and I didn't? Or am I a better chess player because I had an opening that he fell into a trap with, and then I crushed him for it? Like, I don't know. It's kind of scary. But again, like I've said now in 3 different videos, I have a bad habit of, like, I'm usually not looking for checkmate because I feel like opponents generally just don't have one move blunders. So like, it's hard for me to go for those things. If they can defend my attacks in 1 or 2 moves and then I have nothing, it's hard for me to push for the attack. Obviously, they might not see it, or they might not believe it, or something along the lines of Uno, whatever, and then it might work and then you win, and great. You know, if they're that much beneath you, you're probably going to win anyway. So I'm still thinking like positionally, all sorts of stuff. But then it dawns on me, I see the mate in 1, and then I double check and I triple check, and I'm like, yeah. And as soon as I picked the queen up and moved it to this square, he just got up and walked away. He started crying. I felt bad because those of you who've been around for a while, if you remember those library Pokemon tournaments we played, and the GameStop PBR tournament, I've told stories of how I always make kids cry when I go play in competitive tournaments. And here it is again. I made another kid cry. My streak is undefeated, but I did legitimately feel bad. You know, he clearly never saw my opening, and he didn't realize that he was falling into a really, really, really bad trap, and he got brutalized off the map for it because I bought a course from Gotham Chess that tells me to do those moves, and if they respond in this way, then you automatically win the game, and it happened. Sorry. I've been on the receiving end of really bad losses too. It happens to everybody. So I did feel bad. So I put all the pieces back, and as I was leaving the room to go eat a granola bar and, you know, just try and relax for a little bit, he did come back to the board and say good game, and, you know, I gave him a fist bump and I wished him good luck in his final match. And you know, hopefully I don't know what happened in his final game, but hopefully he's doing all right. But yeah, that was the game. So we've now back to back to back. We've got a nice little win streak going, 3 in a row. It puts us at 3-1 out of 4. So the last round is left, and if I win the next round, I win 3rd place. So it's pretty cool. We're in good position. This win now also makes me career 4-4 in my lifetime. So I can either end it in 3rd place over 500, or I can lose next round. And, well, if I lose next round, how do we feel? How do you feel? You know, I haven't played in 17 years. I lost game 1 against a decent player, but I had certainly chances to win. I had the lead. And here I just had a pretty easy win. Game 2 was a pretty easy win. Game 3 was also kind of an easy-ish win, but I did make it really tough with blundering of my own bishop. So, you know, what are your thoughts, everybody? If we lose next game and finish 3-2, was it a success? Did I play well overall? Should I be happy? Should I be proud? You know, what if I win? Should I think, oh, damn, should I have won that first game? Should I have ran the table? Granted, had I won game 1, I wouldn't be playing these guys. I'd be playing other people. Maybe I lose a different game. You know, maybe I play whoever the eventual champion ended up being, who went 5-0. I'd be playing him next round instead. Do I beat that guy? I don't know. But just let me know your thoughts. And I'm going to go put that game into the engine right now and talk it over. I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited. Let's go, everybody. Have a good day, and we'll catch you guys later. Peace.